Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and we will be solving problem number 38, which is count and say. And let's read the question now. The count and say sequence is a sequence of digits defined by the recursive formula. I can already see the question is trying us to hint towards a recursion. Okay, so let's read further. Count and say of 1 is string of 1. This looks like a base case to me. And count and say n is the way you would say the digit string from count and say n minus 1. So what it says is count and say, let's call this CNS. CNS of n is nothing but say CNS of n minus 1. This is what it is essentially saying, right? So this is what we need to return for CNS n. We need to return this. We need to return say CNS n minus 1. Now let's look at what this say means. To determine how you say a digit string, split it into minimal number of substrings such as blah blah blah. Let's look into an example and find out what say is. So for the digit 3322251, what say function does is it says the string. So it's 2 3s, 3 2s, 1 5 and 1 1. Okay, so it's basically 2 3 3 2 1 5 and 1 1. It's basically counting all the numbers in a given string, right? So let's look at it at an example. So this is the base case. So let's move forward, and for n equals to 4, this is our answer. So for CNS 4, it should be nothing but returning say CNS 3, right? And let's see what's the answer for 3. CNS 3 is 2 1. So we will be returning say 2 1 to solve for CNS 4. That's what we essentially will be doing. Okay. So now let's code out the solution. So this is our base case. By the way, to know whether this is a recursion problem, it's a simple hack. Usually the input range is quite small for recursion problems, like purely recursion problems. As you can see, n is 1 to 30. It's quite clear that it should be a recursion problem. Okay. So for n equals to 1, we will return string of 1. But then what happens if n is not equal to 1? So for if n is not equal to 1, we imagine we have a working solution, right? We have a working function that solves the problem. So we find n minus 1. So we find CNS n minus 1. And all we do is we return self.say var. That's what, right? That's what we are essentially doing. Okay. So let's code up say and num. Okay. So we'll be coding up the function say. So for coding up the function say, we'll imagine we have this string, okay, to which a function should return 2 3 3 2 1 5 1 1, right? So we will first make it list of num. So now what we have is this 3 3 2 2 2 sorry 2 2 2 5 1. Okay, so this is what it does. Now we have an array, a list basically. So let's make an array. Erase this off. Okay, let's make an array. Now we will loop through num for n in num. If my array is empty, Okay, my array is empty. I will append my array with 1 of n. Okay, array is empty. Essentially what I'm doing is, let's say our number is 3. So I'm appending my array with this. This will be my array after the first iteration, 1 of 3. But then there's one more case wherein we append it with 1 of 1. Okay, I'll write it down. It's pretty self-explanatory. The last element in my array is not equal to n. Okay, so let's imagine we already have two threes. So we are at the third iteration of the loop. Okay, so we are doing it for this number. So obviously we want our array to look like this, right? So we compare this with this. If these both are not equal, we will append our array with 1, 2. That's what we are doing, right? Else, we append what we do is, of our last element, we increase the number. So let's say our array is 1, 3. Okay, this is our array. Let's say this is our array, and we are at this iteration. So we compare this value and this value. So we see both are equal. So we increment it to 2. Okay. So at the end, what we will have is, at the end, I'm hoping to achieve something which is this: 2 3s, just like the question says, 3 2s, 1 5, and 1 1. So this is what I'm hoping to achieve, and that's probably it. Okay. So now what I'll do is, I'll look through my array. For I'll make an answer for times number in array. Answer plus equals to string of times plus string of number. Okay. So basically my answer is, each time my array copy and paste it here. So after this, I'm hoping my answer to become 2 3 after first iteration. Okay, there won't be any space, but then I'm adding it for explanatory purposes. Then 3 2 1 5 after third iteration, and 1 1. Okay, so it pretty much achieves the result I'm looking for, right? So let's return the answer. Return answer. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now let's run it and see whether this works. Let's erase all the unnecessary comments first. Yeah, let's try it and see whether this works. And perfect, it works. And I'll submit the function now. My solution, I mean. And voila, yeah, it's working. Great. So thanks for watching today's video. I'll see you next time.